everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are a new person, a new subscriber, hopefully. Where to begin? It is craziness. I live in Maryland, as you know, I've mentioned before, and we got snow, and it wasn't like just snow, it was ice, and it's been crazy. So I have been, I was supposed to go into the office Monday, Tuesday, and today. I ended up just going in today because we could not drive on Monday. It was not, I mean, I probably could have, but I would have gotten in an accident. And yesterday, I probably could have gone in, but I just felt safer staying home. So I worked from home those 2 days, and I went in today. And boy, oh boy, it's just a whirlwind craziness right now at work. I'm going to try to make this somewhat brief today. I don't have, I have some things that I bought, but I also have a lot of things that I've worked on. I am currently working on Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I was thinking I would bring it up and show you, but I've only put in 70 stitches since the last time you saw it, so I'm just going to share that next week. I don't feel like taking it off the hoop. If I had a substantial amount of progress on it, I would have taken it off the hoop, but I just couldn't be bothered, so I'll show that next week. I also have a new start. I know I'm doing no new starts, but we have one freebie we're allowed to use, and I decided to use it because my brother, his birthday is in June, and I'd like to finish this for him. He has been telling my mom, at Christmas I gave Bill, my husband, and my mother-in-law, I gave them some cross-stitched pieces that I showed. And last Christmas, not this past Christmas, but the one before, I think I gave my parents a piece, and my brother's the only one who's never gotten anything, and part of the reason behind that is because he's always said it's a silly hobby. He's not one that really understands it, but after seeing what I gave Bill, I stitched the Mandalorian for Bill for this past Christmas, and once he saw that, he was like, I want something like that. So now he thinks it's cool. So I am going to make him something, and this is all Alma's fault yet again. She was the one who kind of enabled me to start the Mandalorian and the Niffler that I did, and now I can't stop with the shop that I got all these from. So it is what it is, but she's also, Alma's Little Wonders, she's also stitching this piece as well, and we'll get there when I get to my whips. So let us start with the whips. So these are my works in progress. For anybody who is new, I'm gonna have to redo my math because I added in those 70 stitches to my total for the week, but I don't want to add those in until next week. So let me really quickly, subtract those 70 stitches so I can add them into next week's total stitch count. So let's see. I'm just going to pull off the top of the pile, which the top of the pile happens to be my new start. So, okay. So my new start is another, wait, I have to figure out which way it goes, is another Mandarinks Designs piece. I can't stop buying them. This one's going to be a little bit easier than the other ones because there's not so much backstitch, because it is Darth Vader. So I am stitching Darth Vader for my brother. Very fitting. And I think it's really neat looking. So here is what it will look like when it's finished. And I don't have a start picture because it was just a blank piece of fabric. So here is what I have done so far. Excuse the hoop marks and the wrinkles. I obviously don't iron things before I video. That is 253 stitches. Some of them are a little bit hard to see because they're a little bit on the lighter side. But most of the colors in here that I've done so far are blends. I think some of them aren't, but most of them are. I'm trying to get the blends out of the way. There are no half stitches in this one. Thank goodness. It's so hard to kind of keep track of which ones are half stitch and which ones aren't because Pattern Keeper doesn't differentiate. but there's no half stitches in this one, so I can just like go on my way knowing they're all full stitches, but I'm trying to get all the blends out of the way so that I don't have to worry about the blends. But yeah, this will be Darth Vader eventually. I'm hoping, again, to get that done and fully finished before my brother's birthday in June, and his birthday is the 2nd of June, so I don't have, like, all June. I have, none of June to get it done. So that's that. What's next? What am I even holding? So the next thing I'm pulling out is my wedding piece. And I'm very excited to show this to you. Some of you have already seen, but this is where it was, no, this is what it will look like when it's completed and where it was last time. And here is where we are now. I finished the page. Woo-hoo! I know, I always get so excited when I finish the page on this thing. I feel like every page I finish I get excited, but like I'm especially excited when I finish a page on this piece. So yeah, so I finished this page, and there's not much to look at. It's just, you know, mostly my shoulder. But I've started up on this page, which is going to contain my face. So I'm very, very pleased. I think it's looking great. I think the hair is actually pretty good, considering my hair is wild. But yeah, I think it's looking great. So I put in 811 stitches. 300 of those went into homework for this week. So on the one day that I worked at it on Sunday, I put in, what, 511? And then yesterday, was it yesterday? I finished the 300 for homework. So 811 total, which finished my page and started the next one. Woohoo! Okay, here's the comparison photo. Okay, so the next thing I pulled out, well, it wasn't the next thing, it was just one of the things in the pile. This is Castles in the Air, by Long Dog Samplers. I always forget to mention what fabric I'm doing these on, so I'm just gonna like never mention it anymore. I do put all of the information in the description box below, so if you're curious about any of the fabrics, or you know, if I'm doing it 1/1, full cross, half stitch, whatever, it's in the description box because I suck. So yeah, so this is Castles in the Air by Long Dog Samplers, and here is what it will look like and where it was last time. And here, what is that? Some weird noise is happening outside. Anyway, here's where it is now. The colors are looking very strange. Can you maybe be careful? Thank you. The colors are looking very strange because it's dark outside, and so the light in here is making it look a little bit weird. Like, this floss looks more yellow to me than it actually is. It's not that yellow. It's more like ecru and white. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It looks really good. So as you can see, I finished another castle. So I'm going to fold this just real quick because I didn't, you know, all I have done is the top part over here. So I finished this castle right here. So this one is completely done. And now I just have to do the mirror images of all the things that are over here on this side. Other than my last my last name initial, which will be up here. And this one I put in 240 stitches, and I put those stitches in. I had to get a new toilet. Our toilet was leaking up here, actually, in the bathroom up here, and I noticed it, and I was like, oh. So I called the plumber. They came out. I thought maybe they can just patch it up. It ended up being just about as expensive to get a new toilet as it was to fix the old toilet, so I was like, fine, I'll just get a new toilet. So while he was putting in the toilet, I worked on my castles, and I kept on joking with everyone saying, I feel like this is a very appropriate piece to work on while the plumber is here because I'm getting a new throne. Haha, cha-ching, or whatever it is, ba-bong-chong. Anyway, so yeah, so that's that, and here is the comparison photo. And then I have created a new goal for the year because I actually found out a couple weeks ago some really fun information. So Mulan. My Mulan piece was always going to be a gift for my friend, for my best friend. She loves Mulan. She thinks she's Mulan. She's a Mulan lover, so I've always intended to give this to her as a gift. I will show you it in a minute once I'm done my story. I've always intended to give it to her as a gift, but she recently got engaged, and so I'm like, okay, I need to get this done for her, so it's, you know, a wedding present for her. It's a personal one. We're gonna get her, you know, whatever's on her registry as well, but I want to give this to her specifically for her wedding as a bridal gift. I think it'll mean a lot, and especially at that moment in her life, you know. So I have decided I want to finish it this year. Granted, she's probably not getting married until maybe 2023, possibly even 2024, but I want to make sure I'm done long beforehand so that I can give it to her. I know it's ready to go to her, and I'm going to get it professionally framed, obviously. I'm going to do all the things. So, all that being said, my new goal this year is to finish this piece. I would love it finished. It's almost at 35%. My plan is that I am going to work on homework, whatever I pull out for homework, whatever, you know, either I roll for homework or I just choose for homework. If she ends up being in homework, great. If not, fine. But after I'm done with homework for Magical Stitches, I am going to work on her for the cabins. So all the cabins are pretty much just going to be her until she is completed. And I also created kind of a separate WIP Go board. Kind of. It's like a fake WIP Go board, but it's something that I'm just going to keep track of. I'm not using it for WIP Go. I'm just using it for myself. But it kind of is incentives for me to finish her and keep working on her. Because the background is kind of where I'm at right now, and that is so boring. So I need kind of incentives to work on. But all that being said, here is what she's going to look like when she's done and where she was last time. And here is where she is now. So as you can see, I got quite a bit done. I think I was like down here somewhere. I don't remember. You just saw it, but I know it was like pretty far ways down because I did end up getting 2,243 stitches done on her in this past week. Now, the nice thing is that the background stitches go real fast, but they're just boring. So, yeah, that's where she is. And so I only have one more page up top here on this side, and then I have 3 pages down this side, and then 3 rows down at the bottom. So I can do it. It's definitely doable, especially because most of it is background now because her face is done. The hardest part up here is going to be this little doodah thing up here. It's a lot of confetti, but the rest of the background is just yellow with this like stripe right here, and there's another one right here. So, and Mushu is done. So there's that too. And she's holding a flower. I know you just saw it, and she has her sword, but like that's pretty much all the little details that are left. There's not that much more detail, other than, you know, those little tiny things in the background. So it's doable. I can do it. I know I mentioned in the group chat for Magical Stitches that I was like, I'm finishing Mulan this year. And Diana was like, you can do it. So thank you, Diana, for encouraging me to continue. And here is the comparison photo. I think this is the last thing. Yeah, this is the last thing because I'm not showing you fairy tales. Okay, let me find it. Because obviously I'm talking about my crazy piece that I don't like unfolding the whole piece of fabric because it's like the size of a queen bed. It's not really that big, but it's like a twin bed. It's like a duvet for a twin bed. That's about how big it is. So this is my, oh, I forgot to mention, again, I'm going to have all the information in the description box below, but Mulan is from NeniSweetPatterns on Etsy. She does have a license from Hannah Alexander to chart her art, so don't worry about that. And then this is World Wonders Map by GeckoRouge. Here is, I'm so sorry. Here is what it will look like and where it was last time. Apparently I'm out of it today because whatever. Anyway, okay. So here it is now. I did 600 stitches on this. I used this for homework. So 300 stitches for each prompt. I don't remember what the prompts were. What were the prompts? Food? No. Dessert. Used it for one for dessert because we were told that we could use fruit as kind of a dessert. And I was like, oh, pineapples. You know, pineapple upside down cake. Why not, right? You can put them on dessert. And then the other one was sand. This has Hawaii in it. So that's obviously a beach. I didn't obviously stitch on the sand because I am nowhere near there and I don't want to try to count all the way to there. So I'm only in the sky. But Hawaii is in this piece, so it's definitely like a beachy scene because it's Hawaii. But anyway, 600 stitches. So it's just more sky for you guys to look at, you know? It's all good, all fun. But I'm almost done this page too. I'm getting close to page finishes kind of on a lot of pieces. I'm finding, and I'm not getting to the page finish. The only one that I've gotten recently is my wedding, which was page finish yesterday, which was really exciting. But that is all of my WIPs for this week. I'm trying to get this done fast. I know we're like 17 minutes or something now. Okay, and Heaven and Earth is having a sale. You know how that goes. But I did get the February gnome for the gnome, the monthly gnome sale that Cross Stitch for Everyone is putting out. So I always get the gnome each month. So this is, oh, let me turn down the brightness. 1 second. If I can figure out how to do it again. I have to remember. Brightness. Turn it down. Okay. So here is the February gnome. He's so cute. Look how cute. And I have my needle minder on its way. Again, not starting these until 2022 because I've already used my freebie, so I definitely can't start. Something else that I bought because I had to was, jeez, hold on. Something else that I bought was, because of Alma, again, bought this at the same time that I bought my Darth Vader. She's also almost done with this one, but I bought my Bilbo's Home. Sorry for the glare. I'm trying to get rid of the glare. But that's Bilbo's Home. There's a lot of backstitch in here that's not showing up on Pattern Keeper, but so fun. Let me see if I can pull up the actual PDF. If there's a picture. I'm not sure if there's a picture of it in the PDF. Oh, there's no picture of it in the PDF. So it's close to that, but there's backstitch. And then you saw my Darth Vader, and then Hate is having a sale until tomorrow, Thursday, February 4th. I believe that's when the sale ends. So I had to. I bought way too many charts. Bought 10 charts, people. It's fine. It's a sale. Go crazy on a sale, right? I don't tend to buy too many other charts. I mean, I do. I buy way too many charts. But, you know, unless they're retiring or there's a sale, I try to stick with those. Otherwise, I'll do, like, racks. Because I love sending racks to people. But, so I bought a bunch of things. So the first one, I'm going to show you all of them, obviously. The first one that I bought is called Magic, and the artist is Elena Lazareva. Sorry if I really butcher it. But this one is Magic. She is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Can we just for a second? Okay, can anybody guess why I had to buy her? Because her hair is on point. Okay, so second one is called Tropical Splendor, and this one is by Mary Thompson. This one's just fun. Don't you want to just live there? Ugh. Could you imagine? I think it's Australia. Because there are little, like, koalas. I think those are koalas. There's little marsupials over in the corner. I'm pretty sure either it's, like, New Zealand or Hawaii. Hawaii? Australia. Apparently I have Hawaii on the brain. Okay, then I also bought Apis, and this is Cerulo Cabral. I am not sure that's right at all. But this one is awesome. I have a very, like, eclectic taste, I've noticed. I'm all over the place, but I can't tell if that's actually showing up correctly or not. There, that's kind of right. That's so fun. Isn't that so fun? I love, like, his dragons are so cool. This is the first one I bought, but they're so cool. Okay, this one is called Astrid the Navigatrix. This one's Amy Stewart, because I have an obsession. But this one is awesome. Look at her. Can we just, for a second? It's a giant chart, though. I don't remember how big. Hold on. I want to see, because it looks really yeah, it's like a giant chart. It's like 500 by 650 or something. It's giant. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm working on GeckoRouge World Wonders map. Like, nothing's giant in comparison. But, okay, then I got Egyptian Queen of the Leopards. I got the max color version. And this one is Jan Patrick Krasny. I've noticed that when I watch Dizzy Stitcher, he says Crancy, but I'm pretty sure it's Krasny because it's Krasny. which I think the S, I mean, if the S comes before the N, you probably say the S before the N, right? So I'm going to say Krasny. I'm not sure who's right. I'm not sure if he's right or if I'm right. Doesn't really matter, but that's how I'm going to say it. So you can laugh at me all you want if I'm the one saying it wrong. But this is what it looks like, and I've seen a couple people actually doing this one, which is really fun. There's that one. I got The Country Church by Dominic Davidson, and this one I got in Max Color as well, because if it is available in Max Color, I am getting it in Max Color. So that's that. Beautiful. I am not a religious person at all, but I loved this picture. I also got Magic Mirror, and there's a story, but let me just show it to you before I get into the story. This one's Magic Mirror by Anne Stokes, and obviously this one is pretty well known. I feel like a lot of people know this one. It's really cool. I love it. And the story behind this one is I emailed, so I got it yesterday, right? I think it was yesterday, 2 days, whenever the sale started, essentially. It was last night. I got this, and I put in a pattern keeper, and I put it in, and, like, there were blotches of blue all over her skin. I was like, that's not right. It was, like, 825 or something, or 805, or 806 or something. Whatever that blue 800, like, kind of lightish blue, it was showing up in her skin. I was like, that's not right. That can't be right. So I emailed Michelle, and I sent her a picture, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but, like, I think the chart's wrong. And we had this back and forth, because, like, neither of us, she couldn't figure out, like, she was like, no, the chart's right, because she was sending me pictures of other people stitching. I was like, that's fine and well and good, but it's not right. Like, this is not right. There should not be 825 or whatever color it was in her skin. It's not right. And she was like, well, maybe you're seeing the band on her forehead that's like a crown or whatever. And I was like, no. It's the middle of her cheek. Like, she doesn't have a band on the middle of her cheek, right? There should not be blue right here in her cheek and, like, on her arm. And so after, like, sending her a picture of the what is it called? The color symbol list, and then, like, the part of the chart, I'd circled her cheek and was like, here is the cheek part that I'm showing you. Here is the color it is saying it's supposed to be. I sent her a picture of my floss that was that color, so she could see, like, this is blue. And then I sent her the picture of the pattern keeper, what it was looking like on Pattern Keeper, and she was like, took her a little while to respond, but she eventually responded and said, figured out what was wrong. There was 2 of the same symbol in the chart. So she had charted 2 different colors with the same symbol. So it was showing up with, like, the one at the top, the color first, was showing up as that color. It was just a mess. But she fixed it and she sent me the corrected version. And hopefully that version is the downloadable version. It was just a lot. But it's all good now. I got the right version. We're all good. I had originally changed it myself to a color that I thought worked pretty well. But once I got her correction, I put that in. Then I also got Tiki Beach Sunset, which is an Amy Stewart pattern, and I got the Max Color version, obviously. This is a fun, I love this one. This is so fun. Again, I have an obsession with Amy Stewart, so there's that. That's that one. And then I got Winter by, I don't know how to say her name, Graciana Zelinska. I don't know. I'm gonna show you the PDF front page cover so that you can see the name, because I can't say it. So here is this one. That is the name. I know it's kind of in weird font, but hopefully you can read that. But she's beautiful. The only problem I'm having is, I'll show you. When I go into the mock-up, the color they have charted for like her face is kind of off. Oh, it's not showing. There we go. So I have to change that. I've messed around a little bit, but that color that's in like her cheek and her forehead and up in the clouds section, that color is in her arm too. And so but her arm looks fine. Her arm looks good with it's 318, I think. Her arm looks good with 318, but I messed around and I put in like 775 for her forehead and her face and like the background, and that looked good back there. So, and like in her face. So what eventually, if I ever get to stitching this piece, if I ever actually do it, what I would do is I would make sure that if I'm stitching anywhere that's not her arm, I would use 775, and on her arm I'd use 318 for that symbol. So I just have to mess with it a little bit and play with it, and it's fine. I don't really mind. I know people are like, freak out when the charts are kind of like messy like that, but I don't really care. I mean, that's the joy of having Pattern Keeper, right? You can kind of play with it a little bit. And I might try just putting 318 and seeing what it looks like, because I know in here it looks a little different than it actually does, like the actual floss. So we'll see. And then the last one I bought is called Winter by, again, another Winter, by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And she's so cute. I can't. So she is beautiful, and I love her. So those are the charts that I bought. And I think that's it. I think I showed my Ann Stokes last week. I believe I did. I think I showed my Ann Stokes patterns that I bought because they were retired last week. I did, because I mentioned it. I said they're retired now, sorry. So that's it. I think that's everything that I have for you all today. So it was a long video. I mean, longer than I thought it was going to be, but it's fine. So I hope that, oh, I forgot to mention how many stitches I did this week. It's fine. This is the end of the video, and if you weren't interested in knowing how many stitches I actually did this week, then goodbye. But the last little bit is just, I ended up not doing as much this week as I did last week. Again, I was working, so that kind of messed with my stitch count. And the week before I had my birthday week off, so, you know. But I did manage to get 4,147 stitches done this week, which is not bad. We'll see what next week looks like. I am going to be in the office, I think only 3 days next week, and then 4 days for the rest of the month. But that'll mess with that a little bit, but you know, it's all good. All is right with the world. So yeah, that's it. I think that's everything. Have a great week. I know it's just kind of February. I can't believe it's February already, but have a great week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Thank you for returning if you are returning, and thank you for stopping by for the first time if you are new. Come and join the family. Hit that subscribe button. I seem to grow in subscribers like very randomly, and it's fun to see the new subscribers. I mean, I don't always actually see who they are, because sometimes it's like weird, like lots of people subscribe at the same time and I can't see everybody, but I mainly see if it's a one-off, like one here and there, I can usually see them. So it's fun. It's fun to have that. And yeah, I will talk to you all next week. Hope you have a great everything. Enjoy your life.